was dumb, and nobody will do it.
Yeah, he's got to learn, bro. Oh, by the way, did you guys see that they're making that TV show based on the Karate Kid?
No.
They're making a TV show with the same actors, Ralph Macchio and the guy who played, I forget the actor's name, that played his rival in the Karate Kid. That guy opens up the Cobra Kai studio again.
Well, dopamine, yes, thank you. Wait a minute, so the original actors are coming back?
Right. They're coming back.
What the fuck?
The original villain's going to reopen the Cobra Kai studio, and then Daniel's son, I don't know if he opens his own karate studio, but like, yeah, it's going to be a show. It's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be a TV show.
Wouldn't it be good if they just made it a comedy instead? They open up across from each other, and they're like competing against each other to try to get people to come to their dojo. Like there's kids walking by and they're like, hey, you should join my dojo, and then the kid's like, fuck you, I'm going home to play fucking Call of Duty.
Exactly, because they don't give a fuck about that shit now.
So then the Cobra guy across the street, he sends his lackey guy to China, and he invades one of those fucking sweatshops, and takes all the kids, and then for 3 weeks puts them in a window and lines them up and gets them doing all this karate stuff, and then that attracts people from the outside who want to be karate people too. And then he signs up the white people, and then he ships the Chinese people back, and none of the white people knew these weren't even Japanese people. It's a fucking amazing.
Think they all look the same.
Yeah, it'd be like that movie Neighbors or whatever the fuck, that one that came out recently, where the neighbors were having all those sorority parties or whatever.
Oh right, yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, it'd be like that. The dojo. It'd be fucking crazy.
Yeah, they infiltrate the Foxconn where they're fucking making cell phones, and they just hire him to put him in the window.
Oh, and then right at the beginning, he comes over, he goes, Daniel's son, he opened it up first, right? So of course the Cobra guy opened his second, right, and copied him or whatever. And then he comes over and Daniel's like, so you're opening up a dojo too? And he goes, yeah, right next door. And then he walks over and he goes, and Mr. Miyagi's ashes are on the fucking desk. Oh. And he just grabs it. he goes, so it's so sad that he passed on, and then Daniel's like, yeah, he was a great man. He goes, yeah, he sure was. And then he just grabs him and then dumps him upside down. And
he fucking dumps him over Daniel's head. Like,
oh my god.
There's your fucking masterpiece. How's that?
Oh my god, they start the movie like that, and Daniel's like, he closes his eyes and he gets really angry for a second, and then he goes, your master was nothing but a stupid gook. And then fucking
Jesus Christ.
And then two bully guys come in from the side, and then they beat the shit out of him for a second. And then one of the guys eats the ashes. And then Daniel,
ashes are your dead cousin.
And then Daniel has one student only, and he's there watching this whole thing. And then the parents of the kid go, let's get out of here. And then as they walk by, he goes, you couldn't even protect yourself against those men. You're a shitty teacher, the kid says.
Yeah, as he's still covered in fucking Mr. Miyagi's ashes.
Yeah, no.
Like it's on his nose and shit, like a pile of them. Remember how Yokozuna used to take the salt and throw it up in the air and shit? That's how I look like he would be throwing the fucking ashes.
And the whole reason the Cobra guy started this gym and shit is because he wants to make money, right? He's gonna make a lot of money, and Daniel's car is broken down and shit. So then Daniel just says, you know what? Fuck all this fucking fighting and karate shit, and he just opens up a fucking candy store, and then he outsells the guy, and then that's the end of the movie. Is he becomes rich off fucking karate candy bars.
And his fucking partner is Artie Lang from Beer League.
Dude, I would watch this show. I would watch that show.
What the fuck is wrong with us, dude? What the fuck?
Oh my god! Listen,
from Beer League.
you see Artie Lang walks up to him with his and Daniel's son still got the ashes on his fucking nose, and Artie Lang takes the ashes and puts them in a pipe and just starts smoking them.
Yeah. He takes it with his finger and he rubs it off his face. And
he rubs on his gums like it's coke.
He's fucking sniffing. And from then on, the whole series, he has this fucking awful sneeze now. He just can't shake.
like Tommy NC when he sneezes now.
Yeah. So the joke is like Artie after he fucking sniffs the ashes, he goes, and so then he's like, oh man, I've never sneezed like that before. And then like the next episode he comes over or something, and he goes, oh, he goes, man, I've been doing that ever since I snorted that amazing cocaine yesterday. And he's like,
and every time he sneezes, he gets like he wants to wax fucking classic cars and paint fences and shit.
Sanding floors.
So then he's gonna go see a doctor, and the doctor's fucking Dave, what's his face from fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, fucking Larry David.
Larry David, yeah, it's his doctor's Larry David. He doesn't do anything to help him. He's like, I sniffed this cocaine. He's like, well, I don't see anything wrong with you. And then Larry's just like, well, I swear, doc, something. And like, you know, he does this until he finally dies in real life, and then they have to just write him off at some point.
Yeah, dude, I can't believe he's still alive, bro. He does a lot of damage to his body. That fucking guy.
If you put him in like one of those fucking hospital outfits, or at hospice bed, like
oh my god, hospice bed, dude. What the fuck?
And then fucking Danny Torrance from The Shining has to fucking put him to sleep.
He said put him in a hospice bed.
Like,
motherfuckers.
If you could
I can't breathe. He said out of nowhere, put him in a hospice bed.
Look, I'm convinced that he's in the top 10 people that are walking around that look like they should be dead. He is in that top 10.
He looks like Yoda right before he dies in like the Yoda death scene. Like, laying sick in fucking bed.
Imagine Yoda in a hospice bed.
I'm telling you, put him next to Artie and have people vote on who's gonna die, Artie might win.
Dude, I'm really sick. I am.
It's gotta be Artie, Yoda, and when E.T.'s all sick in the middle.
About to die, I might. Remember when we were doing name famous people who's gonna, die get sexual harassment charges?
Oh, right.
It's a good bit. Maybe we should do something like, like Howard Stern used to do, because he used to have the death pool.
Right.
We should do a fucking death pool, like where you could fucking call in and pick somebody who you think is going to be dead. You got to stick with that one pick, and you get like 2 months to like keep that pick, going and see if they die or not. And, like, he would definitely be.
Look at the picture you just put up, dude.
If it wasn't for this bright flash bulb, he would look like a fucking shell of a fucking man.
Look at his nose. Look at his nose.
He looks like Ben Franklin's corpse, dude. What?
If you could take Gary Busey's brain and put a physical image to it, you'd get Artie Lang's face.
Yeah.
Here he is. Look at this. That's Artie, man. He's like dressed up. Like what? He got a snow hat and sunglasses because
it's probably fucking 90 degrees out.
You know why? It's because he just sniffed fucking Mr. Miyagi's ashes right here. That's what that is. That's why he looks like this. Look at that. That ain't even a real Electro voice that he's using. He's using the mock-up, the $300 one, not even the $400.
Dude, he looks like King Boo in Super Mario World, dude.
Joe.
Yo.